I'm Pat O'Brien with an Olympic profile. Next, when going downhill is not fast enough. Speed skiing will be a demonstration event in the coming Winter Games. The woman with the most victories is America's Kirsten Culver. You know, the NBA has enjoyed tremendous success through the years, and that translates into commercial opportunities for the players. And I'm sure you've all seen the slick commercials that are on the air, but we thought we'd give you the other side of that. We got a hold of some of the things that you have never seen on the air until now.
CBS sportscaster Pat O'Brien, just a sample of his work from days gone by. Of course, Pat went on to anchor and host Access Hollywood and The Insider. He's one of the best known and most respected broadcasters in our business. And his 2014 memoir, I'll Be Right Back After This, is now out in paperback. It is a great read, offering a candid look at his life, both on and off camera. And Pat is very much on camera today from Los Angeles. How did you go from a Senate staffer to David Brinkley's assistant?
And I started working for David, and I became his trusted assistant for 3 years. And, you know, basically everything went through David, but David made everything go through me. So it was a great way. Pretty good way to start in the business.
Not a bad way to do it. And of course, he says, look, you got to go be on the air. So you end up in Chicago, distinguish yourself there with some great city reporting for Channel 2. And eventually you transition to sports nationally for CBS. And you're not one of those guys who could recite the lineup for the 1935 Detroit Tigers. Not exactly a sports fanatic. So how tough was that transition into sportscasting?
Well, the transition was, for me, I'm from South Dakota. The only sporting event we ever saw in South Dakota was when the Harlem Globetrotters came through once a year. So I didn't really, but I was a Minnesota Twins fan and all that, but I didn't know anything. Literally, I didn't know anything about sports. And Van Gordon Sauter, who was the president of CBS Sports at the time, said, look, you're a great reporter, you'll figure it out. And I did, and now I know a little more than I need to about sports. And I had a wonderful, blessed career in the sports. You know, I did the Olympics, the Super Bowls, I hosted baseball, the Final Four, the NBA. I mean, I don't think anybody will ever have a career like I had again. Not that I'm so great, but just now it's so spread out. And every sport has 5 or 6 anchors. I was the anchor of each sport nationally.
It's incredible. You look at that, then you transition into entertainment reporting, but all along the way, the temptations of alcohol and drug abuse. You write very honestly, very candidly about all that. Only about a minute left. How can people overcome addiction?
Well, you have to get sober for yourself. You can't say, I got to do it to save my job. I got to do it for my family. You have to do it for you. But I'm 7 years sober now, and I help a lot of people, and I try to spread the word.
And you have spread it right here with us. The name of the book, again, is I'll Be Right Back After This. Thanks to Pat O'Brien. Now, for the way you see it, a couple of comments that have come in about our program and about the news. First comment from Paul K. He's concerned about new Speaker Paul Ryan. He writes in, my suggestions would be A, for the House Freedom Caucus to disband, and B, for members to begin interviewing replacement speakers. Failing that, the futures of many GOP incumbents will depend upon the magnanimous nature of Donald Trump, a side of him we haven't seen so far. And then we've got a comment from Michael B. about the debate. He said you had Trump, 2 political big heads, 2 big head wannabes, a pretty lady, and the boy next door, all Trump. That's all the time we have. Stay brave, stay free, stay tuned.